Guys, how's it going? Cade Moore with More Muscle, and today I just want to talk to you guys about a couple things I learned in my mental health class. And guys, this is really interesting, so I would definitely tune in. If you care about your health, this is something you want to learn about. Uh, this is definitely something for you. And I'm wanting to become a doctor. I've been doing YouTube for a little while, and I love it. So subscribe, follow if you want, whatever. And so we'll go ahead and we're gonna get started. So guys, about 1 in 4 people have a mental illness in the United States of America, and so that's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Let's go over some of the mental health stuff, right? So early 1900s, there was no infrastructure for mentally ill. So in the 1900s, people were like the mentally ill were locked up in cages. They were in the circus. They were, treated very poorly. In about 1950, psych was actually basically mental health was added to the nursing programs and the hospital, and patient abuse was still pretty, high. They had a lot of electric therapy, and they did a lot of bad things that I don't really want to into in asylums. And they eventually, a lot of these asylums started to shut down, and so that's a good thing, which is great. But the mentally ill were treated very poorly, and that's not something I really want to get into. But just know that they were treated very, very bad. And in 1970, case managers came about, and they were able to coordinate care for those mentally ill. And in 1980, there was insurance for mental health care, but it wasn't super good. It was kind of patchy insurance, so not the best. Hospitals came about in 1990s that could, help these mentally ill. And then in 1993, HIPAA came out, which, helped a lot. HIPAA is a thing that basically protects, patients' rights and stuff like that. And so that's a really good thing that happened. So basically, in the early 1900s, these mentally ill people were treated very, very poorly. And it wasn't a good thing for them. And now, luckily, in 2024, they're treated a lot better, but still, it's probably not perfect. So guys, let's talk about mental, illness. So guys, we have these things called neurotransmitters in our brain, and they transmit certain things, and sometimes our brains have trouble receiving and sending these signals. So, and that's where you get mental illnesses. So what you want to do is, first of all, you want to take care of your health. You want to go exercise. You want to work out. You want to do all those things. And if you still have a problem with these mental illness, if you still feel depressed, you still feel anxious, if you have, other type of mental health problems, then you should go see one. But I think at first you need to take care of your health. Get yourself in the best health you possibly can. And then, you can, then if you still have problems, go get it checked out. But a lot of times, people are inside playing video games all day. They're overweight. They're not eating healthy. They're not going outside, and they're not sleeping good. And their body is just not capable of producing those neurotransmitters, and those neurotransmitters aren't going to work correctly. So this is something that we need to do these things before we get help. So anyways, let's get started, guys. So we got these neurotransmitters, and sometimes they don't receive or send signals well. And sometimes there's too little neurotransmitter, or sometimes there's a lot. So one of the biggest things that we transmit is serotonin. So guys, serotonin is really important, and too much serotonin can cause you to throw up, and can actually cause your appetite to increase, and a low amount can cause depression. And so you want to have the right amount of serotonin, right? And antidepressants can make you hungrier sometimes, depending on the drug. So a lot of people can gain weight on these antidepressants, just because you're adding a different, you're adding a store-bought hormone, right? And that's gonna help you. Serotonin governs the mood, the appetite, and it helps you feel pain and helps you sleep, and it also helps the sexual response as well. So we need adequate amount of serotonin in our bodies. The next one is dopamine, guys. So dopamine plays a role in happiness, euphoria, fulfillment, and achievement. So say, for example, if you did something really hard, you're going to feel happy because of that dopamine, right? Or if you accomplish something that's hard, you're going to feel that dopamine. So, guys, you want to have the right amount of dopamine. Too little dopamine will leave you feeling depressed and feeling like something's not right in the world. And too much dopamine is going to cause like psychosis. So basically hallucinations, and it's gonna cause some serious happiness and hallucinations. And it's interesting because with schizophrenia, I think it's too much dopamine and it causes hallucinations. And the other thing is Parkinson's disease. They take a drug called levodopa, and that actually is a dopamine drug, and sometimes they'll get hallucinations. So, guys, you want to have that dopamine in a good spot, and too much hallucinations, too little is depression. Okay, the next one, guys, we want to talk about is norepinephrine. Norepinephrine assists with alertness, helps you learn under stress, and it makes your blood pressure go up and vital signs go up. So, say for example, if something's attacking you in the jungle, you need this norepinephrine because it's going to help you focus and it's going to help you get out of danger. But too much of it can actually cause you, anxiety and panic attacks and PTSD. So a lot of people, they have too much norepinephrine and they have PTSD because they get, super anxious and stuff. So you want to have the right amount of norepinephrine. The next one is epinephrine. Guys, this is the fight or flight. Basically what happens is your body releases epinephrine to get, say for example, if you find a bear, your body produces epinephrine and you can basically turn superhuman for a couple minutes, and all the blood goes to your vital organs like your muscles and those things, and it stops digesting food, right? So all the blood goes away from digestion and rest, and it goes to the essential organs, and it makes you basically superhuman for a little while. You see those people that have lifted a car off their baby or whatever because they have all the epinephrine, and this basically just gives you, superpower strength. But guys, too much epinephrine is going to be a problem because you're going to feel excessively anxious. So you want to have the right amount. And the next one is glutamate. So guys, glutamate. Actually, before we get to glutamate, let's talk a little bit more about epinephrine, the fight or flight. So guys, fight or flight. A lot of people have anxiety problems, and we're in a world where we're not going out and fighting off prey. We're not in the wild anymore. We don't have, jaguars, cougars attacking us like our bodies have been programmed for, millions of years. We've always had to, fight. We've always had to do that. And now we live in houses and everything's so safe. And so sometimes we have an excess, anxiety that we need to get released. And it comes at, weird times. Like say, for example, if you're taking a test, you could have a panic attack, or you're public speaking. Even though you're in no danger, you still can get that epinephrine release and causing you to have a panic attack or be really anxious. So anyways, guys, now let's get to glutamate. So before you're 25, your brain is still maturing, and this glutamate it causes brain growth and development. So around age 25, your body you're gonna have less glutamate, and this helps with memory and learning, and it helps you be calm. So guys, if you're wanting to learn, you want to focus on having this hormone glutamate instead of the epinephrine or norepinephrine, because this is going to be long term, and it's going to help you learn long term wise. Now guys, the next one is GABA aminobutyric acid inhibitor. So guys, this is actually a controller, and it controls all the neurotransmitters, and it helps you keep your epinephrine in line, your norepinephrine in line, your dopamine, your glutamate. It basically regulates that. So guys, this is something interesting. So if you drink alcohol, your body, it basically messes up the system, or it makes it really hard to work, right? So you want to have this GABA working because it regulates everything. So when you get drunk or you drink alcohol, it messes with this. So that's one thing. You shouldn't be drinking alcohol because that's going to actually increase your risk for mental illness. And also same thing with illicit drugs or smoking, tobacco, things that are harmful for your body can affect this GABA, and it can increase your risk for mental illnesses. Now, guys, truthfully, I have worked in a mental health clinic for about a year, and the only people that we saw in there, well, most of the people we saw in there didn't really take care of their bodies. So this mental health issues, they can be taken care of. Not all of them. We still saw some people that took really good care of their health that were in there, but most of them were from people that, drank a lot of alcohol, that did things like that didn't take care of their health. So this is preventable, not 100% preventable, but you can do a lot that will benefit you. So like I said, guys, there's about 1 in every 4 people in the United States has some type of mental illness. And some of it's anxiety, some of it's depression, sometimes it's, Alzheimer's disease, sometimes it's, PTSD, whatever it is, you can definitely increase your ability to deal with these by taking care of your health. I know, for example, for me, I had a time where I was pretty anxious. But during this time, when I was super anxious, I didn't work out. I was going to bed at like 4 p.m. at night. And I was just sleeping for like 2 or 3 hours a day. I wasn't going out in the sun. I wasn't eating healthy. I actually wasn't eating enough food. And that's when I started getting anxious. So if you can take care of your health, if you can eat healthy, if you can go out in the sun, if you can sleep good, if you can do all the things that your body needs, then you're not going to have an excuse of, a mental illness or not. Now, say, for example, if you aren't taking care of your health, you're going to have, you should be expected not to be as happy as you can be. And if you have a mental illness with that, I'm sorry, but you haven't been taking care of your health. And you got to take care of it. So anyways, guys, I just thought I'd share this with you guys. Hopefully it helps. Just a review. We talked about those 5 neurotransmitters. And yeah, well, thanks for watching, guys. More Muscle, go subscribe.